President Trump smacks China with a 104% tariff effective at midnight. He pops another Supreme Court victory and plants a MAGAnolia tree at the White House. Here's the top 5 reasons Trump is trending today. All right, number 1 reason Trump is trending today, he is going to hit Xi Jinping and China with a 104% tariff effective at midnight tonight. This is a 50% tariff in addition to the existing tariffs already against China. And now this is a response to Xi Jinping refusing to take away his retaliatory tariffs against the United States. So this is what is becoming a game of chicken, or maybe we'll call it a game of sweet and sour chicken. But I think President Donald Trump's fortune cookie is going to read that success is right on the other side of perseverance. Donald Trump will persevere. Now, one interesting note here is that China is rumored, I don't know if this is confirmed, they're looking to prevent American films from coming into China as a result of this, banning Hollywood movies from China. I would say that President Donald Trump tomorrow should immediately say, hey, once this thing is all settled, the only American movies you're going to get are the new Disney movies from now on as another punishment to China. But this is becoming a battle of wills between the two. Xi Jinping saying he won't back down, and you know damn well President Donald Trump is not going to back down either. I believe Xi Jinping will blink first and bend the knee to President Donald Trump. Number 2 reason Trump is trending today, Trump scores another huge Supreme Court victory. This over the 16,000 or so probationary workers that were fired by President Donald Trump. You had a wacko activist judge in San Francisco, this character, Judge William Alsup, who was a Bill Clinton appointee. No surprise there. This guy said, no, President Donald Trump, since you're the president and I'm just a court judge here, I'm going to decide who you're allowed to fire and who you're not. So this had to go to the Supreme Court, where they had a 7-2 ruling in favor of President Donald Trump being allowed to do what the president should be allowed to do, is fire whoever the hell he wants. And so now these probationary workers are out. Donald Trump doing what he can to reduce this ridiculous taxpayer spending in the federal government. That involves getting rid of these jobs that are unnecessary. So this is the second major SCOTUS victory for President Donald Trump. We know that yesterday we had the one against Judge Boasberg, who tried to prevent Donald Trump from deporting violent criminals out of the country. The Supreme Court ruled 5-4 in his favor to use the Alien Enemies Act of 1798 to dropkick these guys out of the country. Trump scores another SCOTUS victory today, and unfortunately, these activist judges are not going to stop trying to prevent Trump from implementing his agenda, but the Supreme Court thankfully is getting involved and making sure that these activist judges get overruled. Number 3 reason Trump is trending today, he signs an executive order to revive the coal industry. President Donald Trump signing the executive order today, which will end all discriminatory policies against the coal industry, impose a moratorium on Biden's anti-coal policies, and ensure that coal plants can continue providing power and jobs, promoting grid security and reliability, and focusing grid policies on safe, secure energy production, ending woke discriminatory policies against coal, and instructing the DOJ to investigate leftist states that have policies against coal that the administration deems to be unconstitutional. So Trump looking to dig coal out of the grave. You had a lot of coal miners, a lot of coal workers there with President Donald Trump. And just as only President Donald Trump can, he had the whole room roaring with laughter when he said, for 4 years, Joe Biden tried to abolish the American coal industry. They did everything in their power while he was awake, which wasn't often. And so President Donald Trump had them roaring in there, and he is going to have the coal industry roaring back. Promises made, promises kept. Number 4 reason Trump is trending today, the United States and President Donald Trump are reclaiming the Panama Canal from Chinese influence. You had an iconic image there of Secretary of Defense Pete Hegseth with the Panama Canal in the background. Maybe we call it the Panamaga Canal. Pete Hegseth saying China did not build this canal, China does not operate this canal, and China will not weaponize this canal. Together, we will take back the canal from China's influence. Now, while China doesn't operate that canal, they do hold significant sway with their companies over both ends of that canal. We have heard President Donald Trump talk about this for weeks now, talking about taking the Panama Canal back from China. This was the Panama Canal that was given away by President Jimmy Carter for $1 or whatever it was. So President Donald Trump saying, we are going to take back this control of the Panama Canal. He's making that happen. Number 5 reason Trump is trending today, he plants a new MAGAnolia tree at the White House. This is to replace the Jackson tree. It's of the same lineage here. It's a direct descendant of the Jackson magnolia, but this was a tree that was damaged. It was in danger. President Donald Trump talked about this. I played it on here a week ago, saying that it had to be removed. He replaces it with a MAGAnolia tree, and we get these iconic images of President Donald Trump with the shovel breaking ground at the White House. They're planting this tree that'll be there for years and years to come, so people can look back on it and say, here's President Donald Trump planting that tree at the White House. And I think this tree should only be watered with liberal tears. That's the breakdown I got for you guys. If you enjoy these rundowns, make sure you follow the podcast so you can hear the top 5 reasons why Trump is trending each and every day.
Trump is trending, he's everywhere. From the news to the cat babies in our air.